This is a live update happening in OBINGWA in ABIA State. I want to call the attention of the governor of ABIA State, Alex Chioma Oti. What is really happening? A lot of Biafrans, a lot of Igbos, a lot of Abians have a very high hope and regard for you. In fact, high respect, because you are a performing governor among other ones in the Biafran zone. But this news we are hearing this morning is really not interesting. In fact, it is not, it is not interesting. Why must you allow such to happen in your own state? When you have been hearing about the calamities and the heinous crimes of Fulani herders in Enugu State, then you close your mouth and your ear when the monarch in OBINGWA is raising a very serious alarm. Well, my people, I would not like to say much about this, but let me just read the news, because this news is being posted 3 minutes ago on the platform of Ugo247. So if you doubt me, you can as well go to X. You will find the news there. Then you read things by yourself, so that you not tell me it is a propaganda. It is never a propaganda happening live in OBINGWA. Fulani are taking over Biafran lands, acquiring them, the one they acquire by money and the one they acquire using their cattle to settle most of the elders in the village. Let us read the news. Just know it that at the back of this news that I'm going to read now, I will still have my own analysis to give. So when you watch, please make sure you start the video and you finish it, so that you hear everything the way it is. But let me just read what is being put out here for security purposes. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing. Abia monarch raises the alarm over massive land acquisition by herdsmen in OBINGWA. The question there now is land acquisition. Anyway, let me hold it there, because let me not conclude whether they are acquiring it legally or illegally. But let me just continue reading. The traditional ruler of Oka here Autonomous Community in the OBINGWA Council area of Abia State, Echoke and Anaba, has raised the alarm over what he described as the security threats posed by the massive land acquisition by the suspected herdsmen in some communities in the area. He stated that the destruction of farm crops and possession of illegal arms like AK-47 rifles by the herders has aggravated tension in the rural communities, as the herdsmen threatened to kill the vigilantes and farmers who challenged them. And Anaba raised the alarm during a sensitization visit and town hall meeting by the officials of the Greater Aba Development Authority, GAD, in his community. He expressed concern that suspected herders have already acquired over 5,000 plots of land in the strategic border communities, such as Mboko, Omo Anono, near the boundary with Akwa Ibom State, and Akpa Mbato community behind the National Institute for Nigerian Languages of in Abia State. He said, "We are concerned that the suspected herders have already acquired over 5,000 plots of land in strategic border communities, such as Mboko." I think there are other massive land acquisitions in other communities in OBINGWA local government area and environs. These land acquisitions pose serious security threats and could be used as operational base for violent attacks on residents. We don't know the reason behind the acquisition of these massive land areas in most communities in OBINGWA local government area. The monarch disclosed that the traditional rulers in the area had petitioned the Abia State government over ongoing land transactions several times, but lamented that nothing had been done to check the ugly trend. Traditional rulers in OBINGWA local government area have petitioned Abia State government to halt the ongoing land transactions, but our efforts have been ignored. These continue to threaten the people and raising fears of impending violence. Traditional rulers are the people at the rural communities. The government should give urgent attention to any report from us because we feel the pain. We are the eye of the government in our communities. He called on the Governor Alex Oti to investigate the trend of massive land acquisition in OBINGWA Council to prevent a repeat of the bandits and herdsmen violent attacks on indigenes of communities as being witnessed in Benue and Plateau states, which has resulted in the loss of lives and displacement of villages. Some of the people who spoke at the town hall meeting alleged that some traditional rulers in the areas are behind the massive acquisition of the lands by herders and urged the government to stop the practice of registering massive lands in the communities without investigating land use. There is no way for a massive land of up to 1,000 plots will be acquired by anybody in the rural communities without the traditional ruler being aware of it. It is not possible. The leadership of the traditional rulers must also check themselves and report the bad and suspected ones among them to the government. But the problem is that it is still the State Ministry of Lands that will register and give approval to these massive acquisitions of lands without proper checks on why an individual or group is acquiring over 1,000 plots in a rural community. Let the government do the proper thing. We need peace, not insecurity in Abia State. And as the case may have it, there is a news that carries it. I think this one is a Zoological Republic of Nigeria newspaper. They agreed to carry this one. Because why? Because it's not killing. If they kill now, you never see any of the newspaper that carries it. Okay, back to what I want to say after reading this message. Acquiring lands in OBINGWA in Abia State. And according to the information or what I just read now, you can as well agree with me. In any way things are spoiling in our homeland, go and look for the elders in that village. They are the one that is making this thing. They are the one. Don't forget a Fulani man, a cattle rearer came out and said that they never enter any village without the village head knowing about it. That each village they enter, before they rear their cows in that village, they must go and meet the traditional rulers, pay them money, and then they have to negotiate how long they are going to stay in that community before moving to another community. That was the reason why they will always go to your farmland, because the traditional ruler in your community have already sold the land to them indirectly, because they have already collected money. So they can graze on your land. When you challenge them, they will tell you, go and meet your traditional ruler. If you do stubbornness, then your life will go with it. You can see how the government, okay, let's say the Alex Oti is trying to make Aba a very living and comfortable place for the people of Abia State. Then the bad eggs in our societies, in our different villages, are the ones who are there doing all this nonsense. Let me also shock you. Do you know that most of our youth that are being killed, all in the name of charging them that they are Biafrans, they are IPOB, they are practicing whatever, are being reported to the zoo security personnel by the so-called traditional rulers in the community as well. When they go there, they will give them some peanuts of money, and then they begin to report every family, even the ones they are planning to take over their land, or the ones that their mother is a widow, and maybe the boy have been preventing the traditional rulers not to ikucheneha. Then they will send that boy out so that the road will be open for them to be doing kurukere waka at midnight. This is what we are passing through. The majority of people who want the Southeast to be good and other miscreants are busy making it a living hell for the inhabitants. They want a repeat of what is happening in Benue, Plateau, Southern Kaduna, Sokoto, and the rest of them to be happening in our land. 5,000 plots of land. When they tell you the border between Abia State and Akwa Ibom, it means those areas are the area that have a green vegetarian that they are going to rear their cow. But that is not the issue. The issue here is that these people is, when you give them allow, they will look for allowance. And then she calls it and hands up. So I don't see the reason why even a plot of our land should not be given to any Fulanis at any cost. Now they have come now with a large of money, because that is how they use to entice people. They move round with gram of gold of money, because they are not the ones doing it. Some people are busy sponsoring them from the Western communities, from the Western countries, and from Arab communities as well. Then our people are now falling to this trick. Our land is gone. Oh. Our region is going. It is gradually. We are gradually losing grounds. This message was posted. Every Biafra will see this message now, simply because maybe the message is long. For them to read it now, it has become a problem. They will not comment. They will not even share any of their thoughts on this. All they will do is just they will just bypass it. This is a very, very vital information that people need to comment on, people need to react to it, people need to raise alarm and pass the message so that you get to appropriate authorities. But they bypass, because this message is positive to the struggle of Biafrans. But when they see negative messages now, that was why the one they will now like to retweet, share like mad people, and begin to comment rubbish. Because this one have not been put in a video for them to just go there, watch, and make noise. Because what we are being known by noise makers. True, we need to do something about it. If not, my brother, you can see how they are operating. In Igbo State, they have already gathered enough lands for them to settle, and then from there, they will be unleashing the mayhem. Now in Abia State, what about Enugu State? Enugu State is gone long time. What about Ebonyi State? That one gone under Umahi. Anambra State, after the Semi Amadoha, is building what they call a ranch for Fulanis. Secret ranching for Fulanis in Anambra State. Nobody dare to challenge him. I don't know why all these evil and bad people and bad eggs in the society, they will never die so quick. But the innocent ones keep dying every day. God have mercy upon the Biafrans, because we are busy fighting ourselves on internet, on Twitter. Fulanis are busy buying our lands, and very soon, you will see in other states now, very soon they will begin to have internally displaced people, IDPs. Go and mark my word. It has happened in Enugu State. It has happened in what they call it in Ebonyi. In Imo State, it's not exempted. It will begin to happen. It remains Abia State and Anambra State. And that was why APC have tried everything they can to take over Abia State. I saw a campaign led by Benjamin Carlo that they must take Abia State by fire by force in 2027. The same thing happens to Anambra State. If APC captured all these states, if you are an Igbo man, change your identity, because Otilo, it is gone. If you like, you can as well come and say, no, it can never happen in Jesus' name. No problem. Wait for Jesus. He will come to fight for you. He will come and grab your land and secure it and wait for you to come. And then you relax and eat fufu and ofen sara. Because that is what the way it will end now. Some people will come now. No. Our Chukwuoke Abiama, we never allow that to happen. In the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Chukwuoke Abiama. My brother, the fight, the physical fight you can fight. There is no any point looking for whether Chukwuoke Abiama or looking for Jesus Christ or looking for Mary Magdalene to come and fight it for you. Or looking for Joshua. That was during the time of Israelites out of Egypt. Or looking for Moses as well. It is too bad. A few comments is what we'll get on this whole of this message that I read. A few comments. And that comment says, Rosalie Lake said, this is really absurd that the governor will allow this in his state, knowing fully well that Fulanis are invaders. If I knew Uzochukwu said, now wow, that is what our brother can only say. Say, now wow. Anyway, let me just end it here. Your thoughts, drop it at the comment section. Then we will discuss more about this. Have a nice day. And may good Lord continue to bless us all. Okay, Messiano.